All right, another scuffed AAR. Um, this one will be talking about how to fix mistakes you make during engagements. Um, a lot of things happen in this clip, so I'll just let most of it play out. But what you should know is we are going into a 1v2. There's an accurate tank mark that's going to be placed down here soon. And we have our second tank, our second T-72, just behind us. I'll just let it play out.
Okay, it's here now. Tank.
I see it.
We'll shoot Maddox so that I get the kill.
Oh my fucking god.
So, first thing that happens here is our driver sees two vehicles here. And in my head, what I'm assuming is he kind of thinks that the tank marks that we had literally just called out a couple seconds ago that were accurate are actually these. One is an ASLAV, one's a PMV. That's wrong. He should have trusted our shot caller, who's Jack, who's gunning right now. But what he does, he tries driving off of the road. I don't really know why. Whatever it was, we should have just kept pushing, but that's not even the worst thing that happened here. So I'll let it play out.
Was the tank
I'm scanning for this tank, but then I transition to looking over to these woods because I know that infantry is in these woods, and I'm not going to be able to do anything during this tank fight.
Was the tank alive this whole time?
There's a tank.
I don't think so.
Nope.
So I start suppressing the tree line, making sure that if there's any AT over here, they're either suppressed or if they're trying to get a shot off, it has a chance of missing us. But the first mistake here is not driving on the road to go push this tank. Our driver decides to go on a bumpy surface, which will cause Jack to have a more inconsistent shot onto this tank.
I shot him through the trees and I turned around.
Second thing that happens is our driver decides to crest over a hill to engage the tank, who already knows that we're here. The reason why this is terrible is because this tank knows that we'll be cresting this hill, so he hears us and he knows we're here, and he'll be able to get the first shot off since we won't have the pressure to engage. And what makes it worse is he can get a tracking shot on us, and there's a possibility we won't be able to get an angle on us or on him, which is exactly what happens. We get tracked here on the left side, and Jack doesn't have depression. I recognize this, so I call out for our driver to turn us to the right. Since we're tracked on the left side, our tank is leaning to the left side. So the best way to gain depression in a spot like this is just to lean or move your tank to the side that has that lean.
Turn it right, turn it right, turn it right, turn it right, turn it right.
So that happens here. I transition to try to kill this AT, which is my next biggest threat, since I'm not going to be able to do anything meaningful for this fight. Squad 2 does a great job of pushing him, causing him to switch targets off on us, which is something that you always want to try to avoid doing, is switching targets constantly during any 1v2s or any fight that you're down another armor piece.
Good.
I waste all my shots on this PMV trying to kill it, so this AT doesn't rearm. But we win the fight, which is great. Now our driver gets out to try to repair, but we have infantry right on us,
I'm reloading
and he dies.
the minigun. It's
So there's different ways to that you can approach killing this guy. One could be me waiting for my command gun to reload so I can shoot him myself. Jack splashes the ground, or it could be me driving or hopping in the driver's seat and then trying to twist our vehicle around. That way it makes this guy like have to move and expose himself. So either Jack will be able to traverse his turret faster onto him and splash him that way, or Squad 2 will be able to see him on us and shoot him there. But again, he does something different
Right behind
here.
us.
He's dead? Yeah?
Squad 2 assists us here.
Infantry on top.
Smokes us out for the north.
Hey, BTR, get the infantry off
We
our
have
tank.
infantry on our ass, guys.
Let's go to the tank.
Well,
Jack has frag loaded here, and he uses Squad 2 as a backboard to splash this
You're
guy
right in
next
front
to
of
us.
us. Right in our ass.
indiscriminately around the
Okay, thank you.
helmets
Frag doesn't damage armored Vics,
of my dead body.
which is why they're fine. But what he does is essentially what you would do if, say, an AT was behind this berm and you didn't have a direct line of sight to kill him. You would just splash the tree behind him to get him. And that's about it for this clip. Again, things to take away is, I guess, trusting your crewman. If your shot caller says like, "Hey, tank accurate on in front of us," just trust that. Stay on the road when you're engaging. You don't want to go on bumpy surfaces on the move when you're trying to shoot. Or sorry, you shouldn't go on bumpy surfaces when you're trying to shoot on the move. And when you're pushing tanks, you always want to try to stay on a leveled surface. That way, your shots are more consistent. More importantly, is don't crest over hills in these close range fights, because whoever's waiting behind that hill is most likely going to win. And I mean, that's pretty much it. Also recognize like how you can defend your tank more effectively. You don't always have to like you don't always have to like splash the ground or use a command C to kill infantry next to you. You could also use like trees, walls, other vehicles to splash around you and kill enemies. Other than that, that's about it. Thanks for watching.